Now that the MCQs are back, I'm going to give some tips and tricks for mastering MCQs in CPA Canada exams. First, know the blueprints. In Core 1, the majority of questions will be FR, Audit, then Tax, and Finance. So don't bother studying MA or Strategy because those are not tested in Core 1. In Core 2, most of your questions will be on MA, Strategy, Finance, and some FR. So don't study Audit or Tax. In electives, for Finance and Tax, it's 100% on those topics. For Assurance, it's mostly Assurance and FR, but you may get Strategy and Finance. For PM, it's mostly MA and Strategy, but you may get FR and Assurance. Here's my next tip. Read the questions carefully. Make sure you understand what the question is asking. As you read the question, highlight the words like not and false because they change the meaning of the question. Use the process of elimination. Try to think which ones don't make sense, eliminate the wrong options, and focus on the ones that make more sense. Read every option before choosing the final answer. If you quickly assume you know the answer without reading every other option, you may end up not selecting the best answer. Just be careful with this. If you constantly second guess yourself, you may end up changing the right answer to the wrong one. Spend only about 2.5 minutes per question. That's what it comes down to when you do the math on the time budgets. Take educated guesses if your time is running out. Some of those MCQs are super lengthy, taking way more than 2.5 minutes. It's fine to guess on those and move on. Otherwise, you're going to spend too much time on them and miss the easier questions at the end. Just mark somewhere the ones you guessed on so you can come back and work on them later on if you have time. Don't leave any MCQs blank. Even if you don't know the answer, take a guess. There's a chance you may get it right. If you're in the electives, focus on cases. The reason is that the CFE won't have any MCQs and passing the CFE is your ultimate goal. You also get only 15 questions, so cases play a bigger role in you passing the elective exams. If you're in Core 1 or Core 2, you want to practice a lot of MCQs. Here's a trick you can try. When I was taking my Core 1 and Core 2, we also had 75 MCQs on the exams and we had weekly MCQ assignment sets. The good thing was that we had unlimited tries at those MCQs. The bad thing was that we didn't see the answers to those MCQs until we submitted the whole thing. This is what I used to do. I used to go to D2L, open the MCQ assignment set, and circle a random letter like C all the way down and submit it. It would give me the solutions. I printed that, then I would go back to D2L and redo the MCQs the second time. This way, for every question I attempted, I debrief with the solution right away because I had the solutions to those. The problem is that if you don't do this, you're going to go through 70 or 80 questions and only after 3 hours you'll see the answers. And you'll totally forget what was going through your head when you did the first few questions. This way, you'll debrief immediately so it sticks better in your head. Just be careful. First, make sure you have unlimited attempts. And secondly, don't look at the answers to the next question. Cover with a piece of paper so you're only debriefing the questions that you tried. Some students try this for a batch of 3 or 5 questions and then debrief. You can try that if it doesn't work for you for every single question. I'm assuming D2L hasn't changed and it's the same for you, but if it gives you only limited attempts or gives you immediate feedback to the answers, you don't have to do this. Just go through it question by question. Lastly, if you want mock exam MCQs for practice, I updated my cases to include my own set of MCQs. These are more realistic of what you'll see on the exam. Feel free to check them out. That's about it. Here's a summary of my study tips. Keep studying, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.